Here we are, out working in this. Got up to about 20, maybe 25. Anyway, here at this RV park. This is my favorite park, Silo Creek. If you're ever in Sherman, Silo Creek. Yeah, fix somebody's furnace and then new control board. They're up and running, got heat again, so all is well. It's a little treacherous out here. Now, I think people seem to be going a little bit faster that we're heading westbound here on 82, so I'm hoping that's the case, but I do want y'all to see how bumpy it is. It was like this the whole way. You can't get going too fast when you start sliding, start fishtailing. And I'm using, oh, there goes that ice. Good, got that off. Got four-wheel drive engaged, so yeah, just thought I'd take y'all along with me on that and let you see a little bit how rough it is out here on these roads. I don't think cars that are low to the ground would do well because this ice is still so high up. Tear up the underneath. So be careful. Still with us. This is gonna be days. Days of this stuff. Here, I think you can kind of see how thick it is. Look at that. See where my truck was. I don't know if you can tell on camera how thick it is, but there you go. Of course, that's a drift. Welcome, everyone. This is John with Living in Our 50s. Today, we're still dealing with the cold, with the ice, the snow, sleet, everything that fell over the weekend. So, kind of the same old thing. You can see the sun poking through there. Trying to poke through, but it looks like we're gonna have a cloudy sunset. And today I just want to talk to you about stop waiting till you feel ready and start now. Many of us get stuck in that mindset that you have to have everything figured out. You have to have all the knowledge and everything to get started, whatever it is you're trying to start. And there are some things that you need to probably do in some cases, but you know, in most cases, you can get started today without being completely ready. A lot of people are stuck in the pause mode. You know, they're waiting for that motivation, or they're waiting for the confidence or just the right time. And honestly, it'll come over a period of time. You don't have to have everything figured out right away. So why is it feeling ready as a myth? Well, it's a myth because you're not gonna know everything. when you get started. You won't have everything figured out. You're not going to have all your T's crossed and I's dotted. So it's just a myth. You just need to get started. Get started now. So, a small imperfect step will build your confidence. It'll each time you go and you make, small little steps towards something, it'll help increase your confidence in what you're doing. It's one of those things that you've just got to keep putting one foot in front of the other and keep going. Strive, strive, strive. Okay. You're going to have to learn more. You're going to have to do more. It's a process. The whole thing is a process. A little personal story with me starting my own business. I'd never had a business before I started the RV repair business. Went to a school, thought I, learned quite a bit, and I did. I mean, I got the basics, but I probably could have started this business without even going to school, because honestly, there's enough information out there on YouTube or whatever to learn how to do a lot of this stuff. And honestly, a lot of the electronics and the plumbing stuff I already knew. So didn't learn anything earth-shattering, but it did help me in some areas, to learn how to troubleshoot better when it comes to an RV. But if I would have waited till I was ready, till I felt like I knew everything, I'd still be waiting. And it's been not quite a year and a half, but almost a year and a half since I started my own business. So what's something you can do right now, think about this, to get started in whatever it is you want to do? If you want to start a YouTube channel, just come up with the name of it. I came up with living in our 50s several years ago. The idea was living in our 50s and in 50 states. We were thinking, more along the lines of travel. But if there's an action you can take, like I just started the beginning of the year, so I'm just going to try to vlog every day for the next year. More of a diary kind of thing. If this helps somebody else to get started, that's great. I don't know how it's evolving. I'm learning stuff every day. So I just want y'all to know, you just start, just get started, just do something. There's, if you're waiting to feel ready, this is your sign. If you're still waiting till you're ready, this is your sign. You're ready. If I'm ready to do what I'm doing, then you can be ready. A lot of people think, I deal with people that have confidence issues all the time. I do too. But you gotta work with it as much as you can. You gotta work within your confines as much as you can. If it's something you just don't know about, be honest. Be honest with whoever it is. Hey, I'm not, an expert in this, but this is what I'm trying to do. And, for me, the first few jobs that I took, I was just honest. I told them, I said, look, this is my first, these are my first few jobs. And if I can't fix your problem, I ain't going to charge you. And I still have that for the most part today. It's relative, though. It does depend on a few things. Sometimes, I don't want to get into all that, but there's things that you can't help. And so therefore it's not necessarily your fault. Okay. So you can charge people for things that they may have done. Does that make sense? Hopefully. Confidence doesn't come first, action does. So you just got to take action. You got to just take the bull by the horns. You don't need permission to start. You don't need permission to start. Does that make sense? I hope it does, because why did it take me so long to start? I'm trying to think out loud. I thought I needed to know this, or I needed to know that, and I didn't have the money to get started. I didn't have this to get started. All these things, but eventually I had to start, right? So I did. And let's just take the YouTube channel for instance. I'm still learning how to edit, still working with, the lower third and how to do the headline and all that kind of stuff. I'm still working on it, and what kind of content, what helps people to be interested, because I don't want to just do this just to be talking. I want somebody to learn something from it. So I didn't ask permission. I just started doing it. and I started uploading, and that's all I did. So let's just stop waiting to get started and just start. That's all we got to do. Stop waiting to get started and start. Does that sound good? Because, man, I want y'all to see the reflection of the sun off this ice here. I'm going to turn it around. Look at that. Only thing we need to do is what we can do. Do what we need to do, you know? Early on, when I started this, I said, make goals, God-sized goals. How does it go? Pray as if it relies on God, and do as if it relies on you, I think. Something like that. I don't know if that gets it right or not, but I did get a lot of ice off my truck today. Yay! I'm going to pull this off. Look at this chunk of ice here, huh? Just sitting up there. It was rattling back. But, oh, goodness, it's sinking. It must be thawing a little bit. We're just barely above freezing, I think, right now. I think we got up to 37, but it's going to be down in the 20s tonight. And it's going to be cold this weekend, back into the single digits, I think. But we're not expecting any precip. So, yeah, this is all soft. Soft stuff here. But we are definitely needing this stuff to melt away and go away. Need for my daughter to get back to her house, be able to get back to her house and be safe there. And I need to be getting out and working. It took me probably 45 minutes to an hour to get to my job today and get back, and it should be a 20 minute drive. So if that tells you how bad the roads are necessarily, the highway was good, but it's all the side roads. They're doing nothing for these side roads. So just wanted to come to y'all today and just, that little quick reminder that, to stop waiting to feel ready. Start where you are. Stop waiting to feel ready and start where you are. Stop waiting to feel ready and start where you are. Hope that helps you guys. Hope somebody gets something out of it. Leave a comment if it's something, if you got an idea or something like that you want to talk about or that I should go over. Leave me a comment. Let me know. I don't know if y'all can hear that. It's the coyotes starting up. That's them. Yeah, so just leave me a comment if y'all want to have a topic you want me to discuss, and I can possibly do some research and we'll look into it, okay? As I always say, if the Lord wills, we'll see you in the next vlog. God bless. Y'all take care.